Is it because he cares so much for Shirley that he's blinded by his ambitions? Hey, Teach, over here! What is it? I have something to tell you. Okay. Poor Senel.
Well then, I think I'll go for a little walk. Take it easy, Sunny.
I think I'll go practice for a bit. It's been a while. Coolidge, get some rest.
Nobody knows how to address the
Yeet, race here to the sunset. Senel, try to wind down, you hear?
I'm going to talk to the Orosoran for a bit. Please rest for now, Senel.
Well, I suppose I'll do a little research. You try to get some rest. You people.
And everybody leaves the party. Just me. Now what? Dinner is questionable. Maybe rest? See if that does anything? They did tell me to take it easy, so maybe this triggers it? Yeah.
How was it for everyone?
Perfect. I could even use Eris on the surface.
Nothing can scare us now.
Then let's begin the meeting.
I wonder why Nessie was mean to Sunny.
Yeah, after all he said about wanting to convince Shirley so bad.
There's no point in trying to guess why Senel was rejected by MelFes. What we have to think about now is how to stop the cataclysm.
Yeah, the Wings of Light could be powering up right now.
But can we convince Shirley without Coolidge?
We'll do everything we can. However,
We must resolve ourselves to do what is necessary should that prove impossible.
You mean kill Shirley?
Don't worry. If it comes to that, I'll do it myself.
That's not the point.
I can't leave a task that important to those who are easily swayed by emotion.
You said that without batting an eyelash. Come on, it's gotta bug you a little.
Not particularly. If I decide to do it, then I will.
You gotta have ice water running through your veins.
My, such an elegant insult coming from you, Moses. Can we end the meeting now? I have something I need to do.
I didn't know Jay was so cold. Kinda disappointed.
Oh no, Jay is a very nice boy.
How can you say that?
No one wants to do things they don't want to do, so that's why Jay said he'd do it himself.
Still doesn't make it good,
Jay,
Bjorn.
don't tell me you...
Don't worry, I'm fine.
don't try to bear this burden alone. What are we here for?
We're
not going to let you shoulder this responsibility alone. This is a problem we all must face.
That's right. Jay, let me ask you just one thing.
What is it?
Do you like Sentinel?
Do you think I'd travel together with someone I didn't like?
Is that a compliment towards Moses? Because,
All right, that's what I wanted to hear.
you constantly mention how much you hate traveling with him. So maybe that was a
Count me
lie?
in, Will. I can't just sit back and watch you two suffer.
Moses.
You've done your best, Sentinel. You don't need to push yourself any further. You have me. I'll stay with you.
Coolidge! Are you having doubts about something?
What makes you say that?
Everyone says NTSC rejected you, but I wondered if perhaps it was the other way around.
You think I rejected NTSC?
Listen, Coolidge. If something's bothering you, why don't you tell me about it? I know I'm being nosy, but it's hard for me too, just standing by watching you suffer.
If the true nature of Eris really is communicating with NTSC like Jay said, then I have an idea about what happened.
Oh?
I've never looked at my being an Aaron as a good thing.
That's right, you did hide it for a while.
Operations report Marinus captured.
Wait, is that the book from, like, chapters ago? When we were in the dungeon with Wallace?
My name's in there. In the list of those participating in the operation.
So that's why you didn't want her to see it.
What?
I was one of Vaclav's soldiers. I was a war orphan. People found out I was an Aaron, and I got sent to a military facility. That's where my Eris abilities grew and developed.
I see.
I was sent into battle at age 12. My first mission was to capture Shirley.
12. God. Vaclav's army really is ruthless.
It was a solo mission. I slipped through the barrier and entered the Fairness village. I hid the fact that I was an Aaron, and because I was a child, they weren't even suspicious of me.
And that's how you met Shirley?
Getting close to her was easy. All that was left was to take her and run.
But you couldn't.
Life in the village was the first peaceful experience I'd ever had in my life. The days passed with Stella and Shirley, and before I knew it, I had forgotten my mission. Stella and I were the cause of the attack on the village.
What do you mean?
Shirley fell into a coma after failing the rite of accession. We went out to find help. We went outside the village to find an ore that was said to cure any disease.
And?
We got the ore and saved Shirley. But we were followed, and they saw us enter the village.
There were other soldiers pursuing Shirley?
Yes, and then the attack happened. Stella's death, Shirley's change, trace it all back, and it's all my fault.
Coolidge, you can't think like that.
Considering that you were enlisted at 12, no, it was Vaclav's fault. Considering you're trying to save Shirley when you left the village and didn't think about still being followed literally years later, as a teenager that probably forgot about all that, no, it's not your fault.
But it's true. If only I hadn't gone to their village. I wish I'd never been able to use Eris. then maybe things wouldn't have wound up like this.
Does Shirley know about your past?
I never told her.
Were you planning on staying quiet forever?
Well, I promised Stella.
Stella?
Stella knew who I was, but she still entrusted Shirley to me. I have to keep my promise, because I chose Stella.
Chose? What do you mean?
It's...
Coolidge, please tell me.
When we visited the Fairness, Shirley told me she was in love with me.
And? What did you do?
I told her I had to stay with Stella.
What? Are you serious?
Do you think I joke about that? Stella died because of me. After she spent 3 years waiting for me to rescue her. So, at least from now on...
Coolidge, you...
Ow! What was that for?
You idiot!
What?
I know why NTSC rejected you. You don't understand yourself at all.
What are you talking about?
You're hiding your feelings. Choosing Stella is just an excuse.
Shut up! What makes you think you know me so well?
Ah.
Don't be blind. Of course I know you.
Chloe?
We've been all together for like a month.
Maybe I didn't before, but I definitely do now. I know you so well it hurts.
What?
Coolidge, there's only one thing you should do. Go see Shirley right now. Tell her everything.
Everything?
Yes, everything. Your past and your feelings, too. Don't hold anything back from her.
I can't.
You can't? You coward.
What did you say?
I wish I'd never been able to use Eris. I chose Stella. Ugh, give me a break. You're just running away from facing Shirley.
What do you know?
I know Shirley is worth more than that to you. Am I wrong? Am I Senel?
Yeah, you're right. I should have seen it all along. It was right in front of me. What I needed to learn wasn't the truth about the past. But the truth about myself.
Senel, we'll always be together, right?
No.
'Cause you're dead.
Let's stay together forever.
Like, he'll always love you in a way, but you are dead.
You're not Stella.
You're a representation of the darkness in his own heart, the feelings he can't let go.
Senel.
You're me. My doubts, my fears.
Because Stella would never say those things either.
No matter how much you struggle, you can't live in the past. In my heart, I knew that.
Senel.
You bear the burden of the good times and the bad, and just keep going. I guess that's what it means to live. Yeah, and I'm alive. So as long as I'm alive, the only thing I can do is press on. Stella, I'm going. I'm going to Shirley.
Well, looks like that was the answer.
The sea.
Nerifus didn't reject you, you were just closed up in your own heart.
This is the power of Nerifus?
And when you stayed closed up in your own heart, you weren't willing to acknowledge what you needed to do or what Shirley needed of you.
You did it.
Not just her feelings, but to rescue her as well.
I owe it all to you.
Don't mention it.
Settle!
What's going on?
Senny, don't tell me. You got the power, right?
Yeah. Please give me one more chance. I'm going to convince Shirley. I'm going to tell Shirley everything I wasn't able to before.
If it were Shirley, she might listen to what you have to say, Senna, but...
But not if she's the Marinus?
If Shirley really is the Marinus and can't be convinced, then I'll finish this by my own hand.
Are you sure?
I know what it means to have been entrusted with power by Nerifus, and I understand the thoughts and feelings of everyone here.
Sano!
Oof.
I'm sure you'll convince her, and I'll be there with you.
Bro hug.
Well, Jay?
I'm going to hold you to your word. And I went through all the trouble of planning the operation without Senna.
Oh, it took you like 10 minutes. Rewrite it.
Now I have to start all over again.
Isn't that great, Jay?
It's not like I care.
Don't you enjoy making plans, Jay?
Jay? I'm sorry I worried you. From now on, we're a team.
I'm not going to go easy on you.
Ooh, two former rivals put their differences aside in an idyllic scene of peace and...
Oh, this is so touching!
Oh, I thought Senel and Jay were gonna slap each other. But this is...
Moses!
What are you doing? Nobody called for you.
Seriously.
Don't get embarrassed.
Embarrassed?
And everybody's back in the party. Come on. Give me those text boxes.
Now then, let's get back to planning our strategy.
Right,
Right,
yeah!
okay!
How can we get to Mirage Palace?
Does everyone remember the secret underground passage?
Hmm.
The place where we were attacked by the Long Long Demon? Man, that feels like ages ago.
I looked into it a bit, and it turns out there's another underground passage similar to that one. Apparently, it exits close to the bow.
Whoa, good job. So we can get to Mirage Palace if we go straight through the secret passage.
What if the passage is blocked midway?
What are you giggling for?
I have an announcement to make. Would you all come with me to the elevator?
Is there something there?
As a matter of fact, there is. If you come, you can see it.
Oh boy, what is he planning? Hello, Ors. I would like to buy a couple of Panacea bottles, if you please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Business is really hustling today. I'm the only one here, you adorable puff. The elevator is very close. We shouldn't have to worry about getting lost. Just follow the tracks. Back where we were.
Jay, what are we doing here? This had better be good.
Alright, good night, guys.
Anyone with any intelligence could appreciate it. I guess that rules you out, Moses. Everyone, please stand here. Ready? Here we go.
Does it open up the door, or... No. Told you they were train tracks.
Jay, you brought us here to show us these rails?
It was kind of surprising, but other than that...
There's more.
What are you doing?
Now, watch this.
All aboard the Otter train.
Oh, what the hell?
A tram?
They found it. Amazing, isn't it?
To think there was a tram hidden down here.
Go on in, everyone.
Nice and futuristic inside.
Somewhere in the Quiet Lands, there should be tracks leading back up.
Oh, it's super echoey in here.
How do you know?
Because there are tracks in that new secret passage we found. The design of those tracks is the same as these here in the Quiet Lands. Even if the passage is blocked along the way, with this tram we won't have any problems.
Yeah, it's even got a drill for busting through walls. It's so cool.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, Jay, trains crash.
I see. So that's what you meant.
First, let's look for the exit to the surface. Is everyone ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we're off.
You found one? Right, I'll go at once.
Returning the world to its true form. That is the wish of NTSC. I am the Marinus. I hear the voice of NTSC.
There was one soldier in Vaklov's forces who met the conditions you specified.
Good. No need to be frightened, my friend. I've just come here to have a chat with you. Yes, a nice long chat.
They gonna make it look like Sentinel or what?
That's probably the exit to the surface.
All right, we found it.
This seal is from the kingdom of Terrasis.
Which means it opens with Eris?
That ain't a problem for us now.
Yeah.
Then let's do it.
Probably doesn't take all of you anymore. Probably one will suffice.
We've made it this far. The rest is just a straight line.
All right.
Normally, this would be the time for saying something about saving the world.
Like any of us would say that.
At this point, I don't care what our motivation is. What's important is that we share the same goal.
To stop the cataclysm.
To put an end to all of this.
It's time to assault Mirage Palace.
Yeah!
I guess we had to hop back on the train.
There's a Nerifus of the surface and a Nerifus of the Quiet Lands.
It's going to get confusing talking about them.
How about we change how we refer to them?
That's already settled. The one on our side is Nessie.
And the other one?
Nelly.
All right, let's go with Raging Nerifus and Quiet Nerifus.
What do you mean, all right? Did you even hear what I said?
I guess Will's still having none of Norma's business. Norma received the title of Naming Chick.